Welcome to the Dan Good Show, everyone. I'm off work for the month of August to be home with our baby. And while he's sleeping, I've got a nice list of games for us all to play. So without further ado, here's your games to watch.
What you give to this family, you shall receive back in kind.
The Mafia series is back, and this time we're tackling a prequel all the way back to the early 1900s. I think Mafia 2 was an awesome title, and Mafia 3 was a little bit of a miss for me. So I'm really excited that it seems like we feel like we're going back to those roots with a smaller, more narrative-focused adventure rather than a big, sprawling open world. This story follows Enzo, who's in the service of a Sicilian mafia boss. What I like about the old country is we'll actually grow with Enzo. The story starts with him being a miner as a teenager and working his way up to becoming a made man in the Mafia. If you've played a Mafia game before, the combat's probably not going to surprise you. When I watched the IGN preview, they mentioned Splinter Cell a lot in terms of dealing with combat situations. I cannot tell you how exciting that is for me. You're free to tackle each encounter guns blazing or with stealth, but for me, if I have a stealth option, I'm gonna go for it. You have a mix of melee and ranged combat in addition to tackling stealth. And there also seems to be a great deal of emphasis on knife combat. There's a ton of different knives to choose from and upgrade, and you'll use them in one-on-one duels. And the world of Mafia: The Old Country is stunning. The Italian countryside is gorgeous. The team crushed it. And we'll be able to explore it on foot, on horseback, in a car. I'm going to spend a lot of time in this.
I just know you'll do great things here.
Discounty is a new management sim game where we take over the local discounty for our aunt in a harbor town called Blomkest. Design and organize your shop for the most efficient layout, manage your inventory, navigate trade deals, and serve customers. While you manage the shop during the day, at night you're free to explore the town, make friends, turn them into loyal customers, and learn the secrets of this new town. Trailers keep showing a dark twist to this, so I'm very interested to see what those town secrets are. And as Discounty takes off, you'll be able to expand your layout and your inventory, but be careful, not everyone in this small town is going to be thrilled that a convenience store is booming.
For a knight has to be ready at the best of time. And most certainly at the worst.
In the Knightling, we're in service to Sir Lionstone, the greatest knight in the land. But when they don't return from their latest quest, it's up to the Knightling to take Sir Lionstone's legendary shield and set off and find him. Your shield is everything in this game. It helps you explore. Obviously, you use it for defense. It's also your only weapon. Use it to counter and block, open up enemy weaknesses, and then close in and take advantage. Zipping around on the shield looks like it's a ton of fun. There's also a little bit of platforming. It looks like you can use the shield to glide as well. The exploration and the combat really has like a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom feel, which I love.
Each weapon a tool, each tool a part of the whole. This is the mastery of Shinobi.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance is a new 2D action platformer from the developers of Streets of Rage 4. We play as Joe Musashi, a shinobi on a quest to avenge his clan. You have a variety of ninja tools for combat and traversal at your disposal, but you also have these stunning ninja art abilities that you can use to take down your enemies. There's over a dozen unique levels, and the styles vary greatly, from military bases to cyberpunk areas to deserts. And there's plenty of platforming puzzles and secrets to uncover in each level. I had a lot of fun playing Streets of Rage 4 with my wife a couple years back. I love the style that this team has. I can only describe it as kicking ass. I'm not opposed to covering remasters and remakes. I do it from time to time, but this month in particular, there's some really high level ones that I cannot avoid.
Let's do this.
Gears of War Reloaded is out, bringing one of Xbox's best titles multi-platform. If you're a PlayStation player diving into Gears of War for the first time, it follows a squad on a last-ditch effort to end the war against the Locusts, a massive army of mutant soldiers that just appeared underground. This is also a great way for fans and newcomers to get ready for Gears E-Day coming out next year on the 20th anniversary of the franchise. The campaign boasts 4K, 60 FPS visuals, and the multiplayer has 120 FPS mode. The Gears franchise has been fantastic for co-op play, both in campaign and multiplayer, and in this one, cross-platform works, both campaign and multiplayer. That's fantastic. If you've never had an Xbox, if you're only PC, or if you're only PlayStation, I cannot recommend this enough to you.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater fully recreates Metal Gear Solid 3 and Unreal Engine 5 with updated controls for a modern audience. Snake Eater is remaking the earliest game in the Metal Gear franchise, so feel free to dive in. Snake Eater takes place in the 1960s Cold War era, and Snake sets out into a Soviet jungle to rescue a Russian scientist, sabotage an experimental superweapon, and assassinate his former boss. Once you finish with the main game, there's a new multiplayer mode that's being introduced called Fox Hunt. PlayStation players will have access to an Ape Escape mode where Snake has to capture the Ape Escape monkeys, and Xbox players are going to have a Bomberman crossover. This title might be a little bit controversial because Kojima is not involved in the remake. But for me personally, growing up as an Xbox and Nintendo player, I never had a chance to play Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4. Phantom Pain was my first one, and I've loved Death Stranding 1 and 2, so I'm really excited to get deeper into this franchise. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is getting a Switch 2 version this month, and the Switch 2 upgrade comes with a bonus world to explore. If you didn't play the Switch 1 title when it first came out, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a fantastic 3D action platformer where Kirby sets out to save the Waddle Dees. It's fully playable in co-op from start to finish, which is awesome. One player gets to play as Kirby and another gets to play as a Waddle Dee. If you've never played a Kirby game, he has the ability to inhale enemies and copy their abilities, which is super fun. The Forgotten Land introduced a new kind of copy called Mouthful Mode, where he inhales real-world objects and allows you to do different things in each level. Sometimes you can inhale a vending machine and shoot out cans as a projectile. Other times Kirby can inhale a car and you can speed through a level. With the Switch 2 version, we of course have graphical updates, but there are new Mouthful modes in this expansion in addition to a new world to explore, so I cannot wait to dive into that with my wife. That's your games to watch for the month of August. Thank you so much for watching the Dan Good Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what game you're looking forward to the most this month.